Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney, and in today's video we will be starting a scrapbook of my adult life. Before I get into it, let's start off with the main things I will be using. So I got these metallic brush pens a long time ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years, from Amazon, and I've never ever used them. I think I maybe swatched them once but never used them. They are a felt tip, like thicker brush pen, and they're supposed to show up really well on dark paper. I swatched them for you guys and they didn't turn out like bad. I think it's because they're really old, so they're losing a little bit of their luster. But yeah, let's get started. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Why buy another journal or book to keep up with? However, I will say that I've had this scrapbook for 2 years. I got this at a Michael's 2 years ago because I actually wanted to start a photo album to start documenting my life. However, I bought it and then never started it. Like, it just sat on a shelf and I just did nothing with it. And now, considering I'm 25, I'm in my own place, I thought this would be the perfect time to kind of document my life. Not trying to say I'm finally living it now, but it marks a new independence, me being on my own, and I think this is a perfect way to start. I think this is just perfect timing to document the experiences and things I go through. So I decided to crack this old thing open and start it now. And I will admit, this is a very different thing for me to do because it's not really like bullet journaling, and it's not really like junk journaling / the scrapbooks that you guys seen me do on my channel. I'm really just putting my collection of photos that describe my life down on a piece of paper. Like, it's really just that easy. But I wanted to just like zhuzh it up and add something. I don't know, like I just didn't want to just be regular photos on a page. Hence why I decided to use these metallic markers and just add little doodles and designs throughout. But either way, I just want to let you guys know that you will be seeing some older photos, as you can tell by the quality, and some are from my Polaroid camera that are more recent. A lot of these photos do contain my family or friends from the past, like when I lived in a different state. So I will show you guys some, and this isn't going to be a super long video because the first 2 pages are collages of those photos. So you guys will see some as like you guys already have seen some because I put it in the intro, but I'll probably only really document more recent things if I decide to do more videos of these, because I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to share too much, but I thought I would just like really give you guys a little something about my life. So here's that. And now that I'm thinking of it, considering I'm doing a scrapbook about my life, I thought I should like maybe tell you guys a little bit about myself if you guys don't know more already, which I don't think I actually talk about myself that much. But yeah, so I'm 25 and I was born in Virginia. However, I lived from like a newborn till 11 or 12 in Detroit, Michigan, where the majority of my mom's side is from. So my dad is from Virginia, my mom is from Detroit, Michigan. All of my younger siblings were born in Detroit. Only me and my big brother are from Virginia, like born in Virginia. I am 1 out of 5. Like, I grew up with 4 other siblings, 1 big brother and 3 little sisters. However, I did learn in my teenage years that I did have a half sister and a half brother. So technically I'm 1 out of 7, although I didn't really grow up with my half sister and half brother, if that makes sense. When my family and I moved back to Virginia, I started school. We moved in the summer, so I started school that fall, and I was in 7th grade. And you guys, I was terribly bullied. Like, oh my god, like, it got to the, I love school, I love education, I love learning. The idea of it is just so nice to have like a place to escape and you can just like really get smarter. Like, I love school, everything about it till this day. And y'all, when I first got to Virginia, I was bullied so badly that I hated school. Like, I had so much anxiety just walking there, taking the bus. Like, I hated school. Like, oh my god. And sorry if you heard a ding, that was my washer. But oh my god, I hated school, and I was bullied terribly just for the way I looked. Like, I was a really skinny kid. Like, I was a stick. I hate like using that description, but I was a very tiny kid, and you know, my family and I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I was, you know what I mean, I was just a little poor kid trying to learn, and they they treated me so badly. Like, they would make fun of my hair, my lips, what I wore, how tiny I was, how many siblings I had. Like, the girls there were so freaking mean. And then funny enough, they tried to turn around and be my friend. Like, ain't that ridiculous? But yes, I was terribly bullied my first year, which I think is where a lot of my anxiety and insecurities came to the forefront of my life, because I just did anything I could to get them off of me. Like, I kissed butt 100%. Like, I was just trying to take the pain away from me, and then I didn't really have many people to run to about this, so I just kind of had to like suffer alone, you guys. Isn't that just so sad? However, when I got to high school and I got to ditch a lot of those girls in middle school because we didn't go to the same high school, thank God, I had such a better experience. Like, it took me a while to like find my people, but I got some really good friends, and high school was actually pretty cool. I went to a very eccentric or eclectic, I don't know which word you want to describe it, high school for my area. For it to be a public school, we got to call teachers by their first names. We didn't have like an even or odd day schedule, which is something that when I came to Virginia was the first time I heard of that. Like, in Detroit, you went to all your classes every day, but in Virginia, the way it worked was Monday, like based on the like day of the calendar. If it was even, you went to like a set amount of classes. If it was odd, you went to another set, and it just like flip-flopped. But yes, this high school, it didn't have that, and it was the only public school that didn't have that in the city. So we were very different. It was very small. You got to go off campus. Like, it felt more so like a college, which it was a college preparatory high school, which makes sense. But yeah, like, I got to really develop into my own self and realize that I like to be a part of groups, and I like to help, and I like to make change. It was really, really nice, and I loved high school. Like, would I do it again? Absolutely not, because I just looked so awkward. I will not. There's no high school pictures in here, thank God. But yeah, like, I just was very awkward, but I really did love high school, and it led me to the amazing college I went to. So I went to the University of Virginia. And yeah, college was rough. I think having that amount of independence was scary, but I again found my people and really just learned to develop into myself. I started off as a biology major, and I love science, I love STEM, but it was so hard, and I just kept on failing. It was so bad. Like, I did not do as good as I wanted. So I then took on to philosophy, because one of the first elective classes I took at UVA was a philosophy course, and it's all really about talking and arguing, and your girl loves to talk, and your girl's really good at arguing. So we switched to philosophy, and I majored in philosophy and minored in sociology, and I loved the courses, I loved the people, I loved the professors, and I really just felt like I found my place. When I graduated UVA, I was a COVID graduate, so I graduated online and was forced to stay home, and due to everything just being on lockdown. So what did I do instead? I decided to take a job at Target, because I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my philosophy degree. Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do law. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do medicine, because I still did like the sciences. And I don't know. I just knew I wanted to work with kids in some way, shape, or form. So I couldn't do that because everything was shut down, and I didn't even know the career I wanted, yet. So I worked at Target for a year, and Target was terrible. Like, oh my God, I hated everyone there. Not everyone, but the majority of people, all management wise, freaking sucked. It was one dude there who, I swear to God, wanted to be me. Like, he wanted to be me so bad. Like, he used to say we looked alike. Like, he was all up on me, and he hated me, and he was a manager. We'll talk about that another time, because that's my conspiracy theory, that he really wanted to be me. That's why he hated me. But yeah, Target sucked. And then so I immediately just started like looking for other jobs, and then I found ABA, which is a specific type of therapy for kids with autism diagnoses. And I applied to be an ABA therapist, which I got the job, and I became an ABA therapist. So I started working with kids between the ages of 11 and 22. And y'all, it was amazing. It was eye-opening. Of course, it was like hard work, but who cares, because it was 100% worth it. And then from ABA World, I went into working in residential facilities, which is how I got my current job now, as a behavior specialist working with young teens and adolescents in the state of Virginia. And honestly, the more I work in this career path or field, the more I'm really just starting to realize that I think my calling is social work. I found my niche. I found my group of kids that I love and really care for and want to see succeed. And I feel like I need to be a social worker to continue on this journey and like be able to do more, because as a behavior specialist I can't do so much because I don't have specific certifications. So don't tell anyone, you guys, it's our little secret, but I have been looking into Masters of Social Work programs. So if you have any tips or tricks, or if you happen to have a master's in social work, please hit me up or leave a comment below, or just give me some motivation, because it's been a long time since I've went to school. But yeah, your girl is really looking into getting an MSW, and that is my life somewhat up until this point. All right, and for the last page that you guys will be seeing in this scrapbook, I decided to do a quote to just basically set the intentions and remind myself of the purpose that I'm doing this scrapbook. And the quote says, "Take the picture, even if it's not a good one. It's a moment frozen in time, a memory to last a lifetime," which I just think is so beautiful and definitely my intentions that I have when creating this. Alright, you guys, here is the final flip through. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and have a happy November.